Welcome back to the Asylum. I'm Kane.
And I'm Jasean.
And we are the Arkham Inmates. And for today's video, we have a brand new series that we're going to start called Fan Cast Fridays. And what that means is that every Friday, we're going to take a superhero and we're going to make our own movie with that superhero. Our own story, our own title, and our own cast that is going to fit perfectly with each of the characters in that movie. Now, the catch is I wrote something that he doesn't know, and he wrote something that I don't know. We're going to be pitching it to you, and it's going to be up to you guys of which movie you would rather see, Jasean's or mine. And for this Fan Cast Friday, we will be casting for
the Batman.
Let's get into it. All right, so to start it off, this is how we are going to do it. I'm going to start it off with my version of the Batman movie. We're going to go with the movie title first, and then we're going to go to the synopsis. If you don't know what that means just the description of the movie, a little short rundown, like just quick description of what the movie is going to be about. And then we're going to go to the main villain. That's the main guy. That's the main dude that is really causing the issue in the story. Then we have the sub-villains. These are like little guys that come in, kind of distract the main character from the main villain. Then we're going to go through the casting of each of the characters of who we would see as perfect casting. And then we would do the cameos, which is going to be little tiny like parts in the movie that don't really mean anything other than just, I know that guy. Oh, that's a cool one. All right. And then we're going to switch it off to Jasean. So I'm going to go first. For my first Batman movie, it's going to be called Batman Mystique, which I went with that title because Mystique, I love instead of me calling it a mystery or calling it like detective or something like that, Batman has always been a detective for me and been like the world's greatest detective. And that's why I like the Robert Pattinson Batman so much. I like slow cop burners. That's why I like the Penguin. So Mystique, it just means a mysterious figure, a mysterious person, which Batman is the Mystique. So I'm gonna call this movie Batman Mystique. Now, the synopsis. This is what my story is gonna be about. So, Bruce Wayne is in the middle of illegal troubles, almost losing Wayne Enterprises after a scandal about his company, accused of embezzling money and funding the Falcone's recent mob hits. The blame and charges have been put upon Lucius Fox, Bruce Wayne's personal accountant and the head chairman of Wayne Enterprises. Knowing that Fox is innocent, Bruce knows someone is framing him and out to ruin his Wayne legacy. Commissioner Loeb has taken Lucius into custody with no bail posted. Money won't be able to fix it this time. With the help of his Lieutenant Gordon, Alfred, Bruce knows that the only person to solve this mystery is the Batman. The Court of Owls knows that the Batman will foil their plan to take over Gotham by first taking over Wayne Enterprises, so they call upon the Scarecrow to cause a little distraction for the Bat as they send Talon to make sure Lucius doesn't make it to trial. What'd you think?
That's a lot of fucking characters.
What'd you think? That's not a lot. That's a little good bit.
You got two.
That's a bit.
You have someone framing.
That's the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
The Court of Owls is framing Lucius, and then Lucius is being blamed for it. Alfred is going to be helping Batman, and then Gordon's going to be helping Batman. That's a basic.
Just send Talon to do their dirty. Why would
Talon is being sent. So they're having Scarecrow.
Send Scarecrow and Talon.
No. Scarecrow is distracting the Bat.
From
so
whose
in
orders?
this, what?
Who's?
Court of Owls. I just said that.
That's what I just
Court
said.
Of Owls,
I said, why would they send both of them? Why not just
the Court of Owls knows the Batman will foil their plan, so they're taking over Gotham. They call upon the Scarecrow to cause distractions as the Bat, as they send Talon to make sure Lucius doesn't make it out to the trial. So as Batman's distracted with whatever Scarecrow's doing, so Talon's gonna go kill Lucius.
Okay, now I understand.
Yeah, that's all right. Jeez,
I just didn't understand it.
I thought that was pretty clear. My bad. I must have said it wrong.
Yeah,
okay, so my main villain, my main villain will be the Court of Owls or Talon. That will be the main people that are running Gotham, the main people that are causing all of this shit. And the sub-villain that I chose is going to be the Scarecrow. He's going to be probably about 30-40 minutes of the movie is the distraction, and then it's going to hit us at the end with the Court of Owls and that everything was just a puppet ploy by them. And the last big fight will be against Batman and Talon is what I'm thinking. So now, to my casting. I think you're going to like some of these. So, as Bruce Wayne or as the Batman, I have Jensen Ackles as the Batman. He is Dean from Supernatural. Now, as Alfred, I have Ian McKellen, which is the guy that played Magneto in X-Men. I think he's such a very stern old man. I think he would be a great Alfred. He's gonna sit in the background, kind of to Jensen Ackles, but he will be like, he's a presence, kind of how like Michael Caine was. Like, he will be a good. I think he'd be a great Alfred.
For me, he's too much of Magneto. I couldn't see it.
I know he's too much of Magneto, but it's just one of those roles that you're like, wow, Ian McKellen. You know, it'd be like a shock on screen. As Lieutenant Gordon, I'd put Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is great. He's definitely the age to be kind of that. I'm thinking of an alcoholic Jim Gordon, kind of like a down in his grimes Jim Gordon that still cares about the police force, but Gotham is way too corrupt. So that's kind of where I'm going with. And Russell Crowe, he plays a lot of those types of characters and just fits that, like that Lieutenant Gordon vibe. For Lucius Fox, I have Mahershala Ali. I love him. That's the dude that was supposed to play Blade for the new Marvel movie, but it just got shanked away. But I love Ali. He is such an amazing actor, and he just looks like a Lucius to me. I think he'd be a great, smart, brilliant genius that helps the Batman.
You know who else would be good?
Who?
You ever seen The Green Book?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was about the Italian guy. He was the driver for the black guy back in the day when slavery.
Oh, yeah.
The black guy who plays, I think he'd be a good Lucius.
I thought that was Mahershala Ali.
Is it?
Wait, you're talking about the Italian dude that like goes to prison with him, and he's like,
I
I'd
think
like
you
to
might
talk
be
to him.
right.
That's Mahershala Ali.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So we're on the same. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'd be a great Lucius Fox. Now, for Commissioner Loeb, I went with somebody like Loeb in most iterations. He's just a prick. He's just somebody that looks like, oh, you're just a dirty cop. So I went with Michael Emerson, which I don't know if you know him, but he was in Lost. He was one of the main dudes in The Others as Lost. He was also in I'm trying to think it would be a really good picture of him for you, but he's in so much stuff. But there'll be a picture behind us in the editing of like who it is, so you guys will know. But he's basically, kind of looks like the Penguin. He's got like the glasses with him. He's really like nasally. He just looks like not to be mean, he looks like a prick. So I think he'd be a great Loeb. He's very like cutting and like does not care about people in his demeanor. For the Court of Owls leader, this one's gonna be crazy. I picked Jamie Lee Curtis. And the reason is a lot of people give Jamie Lee Curtis hate because, oh, she's a one-trick pony, she's only in Halloween, and she's had a couple of shit movies here and there, like everyone has. But Jamie Lee Curtis is a very good actress. She's very good at what she does, and she's very good at playing a very stern, not caring woman. There is a lot of roles like where she just did not give a fuck. In the newest Halloween movie, she was more like, I'm gonna kill this guy, I do not give a fuck. She plays that very well. She also plays that very well in I forgot the movie. In Prom Night, she plays like when she finally figures out who the killer is, she's like, I'm not taking this shit from anybody. She's very like the badass woman. So I feel like her as just a very like, oh, you know, pish posh, like, oh, Bruce, you could have never figured out. Like, I think she would have really pulled that off. As Talon, I went with somebody that could match Jensen Ackles with a little bit of overbite. So I went with Bradley Cooper. I think Bradley Cooper, he's got the height, he's got the build, and he's very trained within like fighting. So I think he could be at masked most of the time, then he takes it off and it'd be one of those like, oh, Bradley Cooper, like the voice.
You don't think he'd be too tall for Jensen though?
No, I want him to be tall. I want him to just be a little bit of an upper step. So it gives Ackles a bit of like, oh fuck. Because Talon is he's very skilled with Batman. Then to end it off, the Scarecrow, this is for the main cast. I have David Dastmalchian, or Dastmalchian. I really fucked up that name, but he's the guy that played Polka Dot Man in James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
I know who you're talking about.
And he just looks like Scarecrow. Yeah. I could totally see it, the lankiness, and he's an amazing horror movie actor. He does really well in horror movies, playing the creepy guy or playing kind of just the weirdo.
Was in the Dark Knight,
yeah, he was in the Dark Knight. He's in the one that Harvey's like, I'll kill you. Yeah, he's a lot. He's also in Gotham. He's the one that carves off Jerome's face. He's perfect. I want to see him as a very, like a headlining villain for a Batman movie. So that's my main cast. For my cameos, Harvey Dent is going to show up a little bit, but he's not going to be Two-Face. He's just going to be the DA. He's just going to be helping Bruce and helping Gordon out through a lot of things. I have Chris Pines. I think Chris Pines would be dope. That's the dude from Star Trek.
I know who Chris Pines.
Yeah, Chris Pines. I think he's got that jaw and he's got that demeanor where he's like, hey, and I feel like he'd be a great DA. Someone that's always like in your face, but very dark in some senses, like Two-Face. But we're not going to show Two-Face at all. He's just there as Harvey Dent. Then Selena Kyle. I have Rose Byrne. She's actually a great actress. She is, she's in Insidious. She's the mom in the Insidious movies.
Okay, okay.
If you remember her, she is very good at playing the stern woman, but she's also very beautiful, and I believe she can bring that sexual factor of Catwoman, but it's just going to be a cameo. It's not going to be Catwoman. It's going to be Selena Kyle. Then as Falcone, I'm going with Al Pacino. I think Al Pacino as Falcone, I'm just like,
cool.
he's just like, where's the bat? You know, like, oh, she's got a great head. Like, Al Pacino's present, and that's like a hard-hitting, like, if you saw a trailer and you were like Al Pacino's Falcone, you'd be like, oh shit, like Al Pacino, that's a good one. And then this one is another one that I think is gonna be different, but I'm gonna have the Penguin as a cameo who's gonna just follow Falcone, kind of like Colin Farrell's, where it's just a mobster and everything. But I have Brendan Fraser. Because I think Brendan Fraser, he's a phenomenal actor, but the way he looks now, he's kind of lost his hair, he's kind of gone balding, he's kind of got a bit overweight because of what Hollywood's done to him, but he is still a phenomenal actor, and I think he could pull off as that limping, kind of like a different version of Colin. Yeah. And I'd have Brendan Fraser doing that. And I think, overall, I think that'd be a solid Batman film. Of just having Jensen Ackles be this fucking big stern Batman, this nice build, his voice, the chin, him going against Bradley Cooper, and a lot of this great mix. It's not too many all-stars, but it's not like Leonardo DiCaprio or some big names. It's people that can really act, people that really look like their character, and I feel like people that would really kill a Batman movie. Yeah. So that's my pitch. That's my pitch from my movie, which is called Batman Mystique. Now, let's get into Jasean's pitch. All right, so now we're going to get into Jasean's pitch. Go ahead.
All right, mine is called Batman, the Green Freak. Bruce comes back to Gotham after years of training. He patrols the night, being year one Batman. One morning, Alfred presents a letter. Bruce is invited to a ball hosted by an old rich family, the Synosis family, and their only son, Roman, owning the company Jonas Cosmetics. Bruce, meeting this family to keep up his Wayne persona, has an odd feeling about the family. After the party, Ronan heads down to the cellars where the family keeps a weird secret in their cellars. A creature slash man named Waylon with a rare skin mutation gives him a green scales and a reptilian look. He attacks Roman's face, escapes with these torturous cosmetic procedures, and builds up resentment towards the world. He's taking it out on the innocents of Gotham. Can't Batman take on this green, mean threat alone?
That's pretty good. I actually like that. So you have Roman Sionis, which is a Black Mask.
Yep.
Very underrated character. Love him. You have Killer Croc. That's another great fucking character that's very underrated. And then you had just the family, which is family. Roman's
and family.
Then they own a what shop?
So in the comics, they have their own company. They're a multi-million-dollar film. It's called
But they own the cosmetic shop?
Yeah, they own the cosmetic.
That fucks up Killer Croc.
No, so in my story, because I had to condense this, I went way overboard.
Yeah, he went way overboard on
with my story. So, but in my head, they took him in because as a baby he was neglected.
Right.
So they were trying to fix him and further their company's reputation.
Oh, so he was kind of like the lamb. Yeah. So he was the little lab rat.
And they kept him down.
They fucked him up.
Yeah.
And he then got to the point. So is this a more grounded Killer Croc, or is he kind of like special abilities, or is more?
Yeah, special abilities. He's a mutation. He's born.
He can breathe underwater.
Everything.
Okay.
Because
a little bit fantastical, but grounded.
But they're scientifically trying to figure out how to fix it.
Okay, cool.
With
I
their
like
cosmetic
that. I like Black Mask's family being, and then him getting fucked up
in the
and
face.
wearing the mask. Okay.
So
I like that. All right, cool. What do you guys cast?
As Batman, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I've been seeing it a lot, and I really fuck with it. Brandon Skelenar.
Oh, I know him. That's the dude from It Ends With Us.
Yes, yeah. That's what he's from.
Wow, that'd be a cool young Batman, actually. Like kind of mid-30s. Yeah. Like 28, 29, like how Pattinson's is. That's cool. All right.
And for Roman, Frank Grillo, who plays Crossbones in Civil War. When I picture him,
that'd be so cool as a Roman. Oh, would he shave his head though? Would he kind of be that instead of that mohawk, not mohawk, but that hawk thing he's got? He's also playing Creature Commandos. Yeah.
So
dude,
he could do
either cool Roman.
Even if he doesn't shave it, even if he shaves it, he would look.
I like that Roman. Okay. What do you got?
For Killer Croc, I know you're not going to know this, but his name's Jason Armour.
Okay.
He plays in The Punisher. I'll show you a picture of him. The TV show.
So, all right, well, quick question. You doing practical or are we doing CGI? Because we saw Suicide Squad's practical, and trust me,
feel
that
like I
looks
wanna
very
mix it
cringy.
a little bit. Like
Okay.
I want like certain shots can look weird CGI if it's
Okay.
not done right. But this is him.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, that's sick. I know him. I've seen him in
Like I don't
Punisher.
something about when I
Yeah.
think Killer Croc, something about like his vibe. Like I don't know. I feel like he pulled it off.
Okay. What else you got?
For Alfred, have you seen the TV show House?
Yes.
Hugh, the main guy.
The doctor
Hugh?
in House.
Yeah.
Wow, that
That'd be-
is a great. Wow, he might steal the show a little bit though. They would have to definitely rope him in on some things, but
It would-
wow, House as Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I never even thought of that. That'd be a cool Alfred. All right.
So for the dad and the mom in the family,
Okay, for Roman's family.
Yeah.
Okay.
you're not gonna know this because it's from the Outer Banks, the TV show.
I
Yeah.
know. I know the visuals. but-
His name's Charles Epstein.
Okay, Charles Eston.
He plays a rich dick in the show.
Okay.
So when I think of like a rich asshole dad, I think of him.
Okay. So is that the one with the blonde hair?
Yeah, he has blonde hair,
Blonde.
but he's the rich. He's the who the main girl in there, Madeline Klein, the
Kind
actress.
of. Yeah.
It's her dad.
Okay. That'd be cool.
So and the mom, you should know her, Adriana Lima.
Yeah.
So she gives me like an old, like 2024. She gives
Yeah.
me like a bitch, like she's a
Yeah,
rich
like a
bitch.
Karen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And she looks
Okay.
like kind of pretty still.
Are the parents you're saying are going to be a big part of the movie, or is
Well,
it
they're
just
gonna
mainly
be-
Roman?
a part of the movie within like because they're gonna meet Bruce. I think I skipped that part of my fucking thing. I might have cut it out because Bruce. Yeah, I skipped it. Bruce attends this party to
Well, you
keep
said
up
that he was going to the ball.
to keep up the Wayne persona.
Yeah,
That's the only reason he wants. So he has to act like a rich asshole. So
Right,
they're gonna be a
right.
part of it in that sense.
Okay,
But they're not gonna be. But then later on the police can like for interrogation purposes or whatever. Like you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Smaller parts, but the main part would be their ball scene. You know what
Okay,
I
so
mean?
the main villain of the movie is who?
Killer Croc. He escapes.
And then the
he's-
sub villain is going to be Black Mask.
Well, Black Mask was more of a, you know how you did Harvey Dent as your cameo?
But not as Two-Face.
But not
so
as
he's
Two-
Roman Sionis, but
And
he's
his
not
face
yet
gets
Black Mask.
ruined, and then,
At
you
like the end of the movie.
Mhm.
Okay, so the main villain's Killer Croc. So there's no real sub villain.
So, yeah, not really.
No, okay, it's just the family is evil.
Yeah, evil.
And then
thing.
they've caused
Mhm.
the main villain. Okay, that's really cool. That'd be sick.
And for cameos, I don't know
Okay.
if you want to count like Frank the Black Mask, because that's kind of like a.
Right?
So, he'll eventually be
He'll be like
a black. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
if you know, like, it's one of those things that if you hear the name and you're a comic book person, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, like,
that's eventually going to be.
oh,
Yeah.
and then at the end you see the face, like a comic book person would be like, oh my god, he's gonna be Black Man. Okay, that's cool. I like that.
Catwoman. I'd like to see her somewhat in this movie.
Okay.
Rachel McAdams.
Oh
From
yeah,
that book?
I know Rachel McAdams. Yes.
I don't
I
know.
actually, funny enough, I know her from the Little Dicky show
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he does the Rachel McAdams. Yeah, I actually, that'd be cool. I also had Catwoman in mind. I think Selena Kyle's a big part of
I
Batman.
mean, she
Yeah.
just has to be in it a little.
Okay.
And
Just those two?
my third would be Lucius, because he would get
Lucius
the
Fox,
toxin to take out like the serums that he uses sometimes.
Okay.
So he needs someone to manufacture that.
Right.
Now I always fuck this guy's name up, but he's gonna be in the new Captain America: New World Order, and
Okay.
he plays in Breaking Bad. The Hispanic guy.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Fuck.
Gus.
Gus.
The guy that plays Gus. Okay.
I would
let
like
me-
to
hold
see
on.
him as Lucius.
Giancarlo. Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. I think Giancarlo Esposito. I probably fucked that up
Yeah,
too. But the
I-
guy that plays Gus, love him.
I feel like
He's
that-
great. That's
Lucius, because he plays in
that'd
what's
be
it-
a cool Lucius.
Boys,
yeah.
'cause he's
Well,
so very proper.
but he's also could play that smart forward character. He's genius.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow. Damn, I really like your movie.
Mine, it had a lot. Mine went real fucking
Yeah,
deep.
I
had
said-
to erase a lot.
I
Mine-
told him to
This
say-
is
yeah.
nothing compared to what I typed out.
I told him, like, hey, for this video idea for this new series, you're gonna write a film synopsis. And he's like, yeah, that's cool. It's a good idea. And I was like, yeah, just write a film synopsis. He's good. And I showed him, I didn't show him mine, but I was like, yeah, mine's a little bit that. And he's like, oh. And then he just starts swiping and swiping. He's like, it's not supposed to be the script. And I'm like,
I wrote
no.
like an entire comic book story.
It's just a
ready
pitch.
to go. I'm gonna tell him what the full thing in the car.
Oh, yeah, but
But mine was, so if mine sounded a little shitty the way I worded it, it was because we spent like 10 minutes of me just erasing shit and trying to retype things out. in a way that would make sense with keeping what I already wrote. Because originally I had two main villains, Black Mask and Killer Croc, but I won't go too deeply into it. I'll tell you in the car, but...
Okay, well, I mean, I really like your story. I really like the Killer Croc. That's a good underrated character. I love the...
Do you like the cosmetic, like the family, the cosmetic?
I like the groundedness to it, but also getting fantastical with it. But I don't know. I really like mine. I think Scarecrow is such an underrated character. I really like bringing in the Falcons. And
I do like the idea of Talon.
I like Talon hasn't been yet done except for Gotham, but that was kind of like I don't know. But that's why we're gonna leave it up to you guys. You guys in the comments are gonna pick down which movie would you rather see? Would you rather see Batman Mystique with Scarecrow and the Court of Owls, or would you rather see
Batman, the Green Freak,
with Killer Croc and Roman Sionis, also known as Black Mask? I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, I would pick my movie. I'd go see mine.
Mine's better.
Yeah, I think mine's better, but it's up to y'all. Whose movie would you go see? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down below.
Be sure to like, comment, and share.
And thank you so much for joining us as one of the Arkham inmates.